Hey y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been forever since my last upload, and so I was a little bit kind of torn between how to come back or how to start posting videos again without just jumping into it. But I definitely was like, okay, well, maybe I could do like a little sit down video and kind of just update you guys on what's been going on or the last thing that I was talking about. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. So first of all, welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well. We are in the holiday season, so it's a little chilly out, but I'm in my office, which y'all know is my car, or maybe y'all don't know. But I do have quite a bit of videos in my car. I think my last video was in my car. So in my last video, I was talking about my VSG journey, and those who don't know what VSG is, it is the vertical gastrectomy sleeve, or vertical sleeve gastrectomy, VSG. Yeah, that's what it is. So I was talking about that. Now that video was posted after I had my surgery, but it was talking about leading up to the surgery. So the last couple of months have basically, that's what I've been up to. I had my surgery on July 15th, I believe, this year. Was it the 15th or the 18th? I think it was the 15th. I'm not sure, but I'll try to remember to insert it, but it was either the 15th or the 18th. I can't remember. But so that's about 4 months, almost 4 months post-op, and I feel amazing. I was a little hesitant after that video because the comment I got was from one troll who was coming for me about VSG, and at that point I had already had the surgery and I was in the very beginning stages of recovering from the surgery. So I wasn't prepared, I guess, and that was like the first time somebody had really like came for me on social media, like really came for me. So I was a little bit hesitant going forward to come back, and not saying I wasn't never gonna come back, but I was dealing with my own ish after surgery, trying to recover and get used to my new normal. So it was a lot. So YouTube was like the last thing on my mind. Now I have started posting on TikTok because TikTok is just easier. You don't really have to edit much. You could kind of be quick with it, get to the point and move on to the next. YouTube is a little bit more formal where you have to edit. You gotta kind of have a little bit more context. I know they have short clips on YouTube now, but for the most part, if you're sitting down doing a video, you kind of got to put a little bit more work into it. And at that time, I just didn't have the space or the energy at that point to like sit down and really do a video, and I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. So yeah, that's what's been going on. So my stats on VSG are my weight high, the highest I've ever been was 263 pounds. Surgery day, I was 232 pounds. By my weight, my scale, when I got to the hospital, I was like 230, 229. As of today, I weigh 200 pounds. So I have lost a total of 63 pounds and 32 pounds since surgery. So that is amazing. And I'm not gonna let nobody take that from me. I'm not gonna let nobody make me feel no type of way about that. I feel like it's amazing. I've never lost that amount of weight in such a short amount of time. Even though I kind of feel like it's happening slowly, I'm not mad about it happening slowly, because weight loss is a psychological thing. So it takes a minute for your mind to catch up with how much weight you're losing and how fast you're losing it. For me, I did a lot of research on VSG. I watched a lot of videos. I read a lot on the internet. I researched it a lot. So this journey for me started back in 2019, I believe, 2018, 2019, and it's 2022, and I just now got the surgery. But one thing I have learned is that everybody's experience with weight loss surgery is different. Just like everybody's weight loss goals or whatever is different. So as much as I did research, I definitely had to go through my own journey, and I'm still going through my own journey. I forever changed. And it's up to me to like maintain it and do whatever I have to do, which I'm trying to do. One of the things that I've noticed is that body dysmorphia is real. You can lose the weight. I've lost, like I said, 32 pounds in 4 months. And a lot of people notice it. A lot of people look at me and absolutely don't recognize me. Even though looking at myself, I'm like, okay, you still got a fat face. You still got, like, I'm still picking apart those things that were bigger, obviously bigger before, but I'm still picking them apart or seeing them the same as I did before. One of the things that I think has helped me is that my clothes are fitting differently. I cannot wear any of the old sizes that I used to wear, or if I do put them on, they are really too big. I literally went from like a 2X and now I could wear a large or a medium in some things, depending on what it is. Like this jacket I have on is a large. My shirt is a 2X, I think it's a 2X, but it is like a lot of room in my shirt. I can't stand up and show you guys, but that's been helping me. Also, looking at before and after pictures of myself has helped me tremendously. It's so crazy to look back at pictures and I'm like, I seem bigger than what I even thought I was. Or when I looked at that same picture 5 months ago, or when I took it and posted it or whatever, I'm like, okay, I look fine. But now looking at, I still look fine, but I just look like I was so much bigger than what I thought I was. And so, yeah, like I said, it's all psychological. It's all in our heads. Of course, physically we can see, but having your mind catch up with how fast your body is changing. I know that when I was doing my research on VSG, a lot of people were talking about like having regret or sadness, or, not being able to eat the same, or just having a certain sadness when it comes to food. And that's definitely something I was afraid of, because although my issue wasn't really, like, I didn't eat a lot of sweets. I still don't. Like, I don't eat a lot of like cake and candy, and I never was like really into that. I'll eat cookies, like, snack stuff like chips. I will eat candy, stuff like that, but I wasn't like, that wasn't my issue. My issue was just overeating. I would get a big plate of food and my mind would tell me I had to eat all of it. I would eat to like capacity where I'm just like feeling sick almost, or just, I don't know, like just eating too much. But we're all trained that way, or not all, but I was always taught to like eat all your food on your plate. Don't waste food. Eat your food. So even though we don't think that we're doing that, and subconsciously we are. Like if I have food and it's like a corner left before surgery, of course, I would be like, okay, I gotta do whatever to like finish this food. And now I physically cannot do that, like at all. Once it's time to stop, I literally have to put the fork down and stop. So that did take some getting used to, because if you fellowship over food, you go out with friends over food, you go on a date with your husband or your man over food, that's kind of what you do, is you eat, talk, eat, and whatever. I have to do things differently, and that's okay, but that did take some getting used to. Like, I'm used to it now, but in the beginning it was like, oh my God, I'm literally taking 2 bites of food and the rest is just there. Now I could take a couple more bites, not many, but a couple more bites, but a plate of food could literally last me all day. It could last me several hours. I could eat a little bit, I could take a break, and then, okay, I can eat a little bit more. I'm still hungry, but I have to allow my body to process it. So that's kind of what it did for me, is like, once I feel full, I have to stop. Otherwise, I will be physically sick, or I will feel physically sick, which is not a good feeling. But overall, I'm able to eat pretty much whatever I want. I don't drink sodas. Like, I just can't. I can drink like a fountain soda, like a fountain Pepsi. I don't all the time just because soda is soda. But I can't like guzzle a soda. I can't guzzle juice. I can't, let's see what else. I can eat everything else though. But if I eat carby foods like pasta or rice, it seems like that stuff expands. And so I'm going to get full a lot faster, and I'm probably not going to stay full long just because, but I can eat it. So when I train myself to think like, okay, Kim, you can still enjoy the food you love. You just can't have, 10 shrimp in one sitting. You just can't have, 5 or 10 wings from Wingstop and eat and devour all of them and the fries. Like, you just can't do that. And that's okay, because if you look at people that probably are smaller, I think I read this somewhere, I saw a video, like they eat until they're satiated, satisfied, and then they stop. Whereas someone like me who battles obesity and I'm overweight, I'm eating, and even though I'm full, I'm still eating more, and then, or eating the wrong type of foods. Like, I would just, at work, I would, let me go get some chips, or let me go get a soda. I can still eat those things, but just not in the aggressive manner that I was before. So you do have to slow down. You do have to think about it. You do have to understand that the way you eat is a little bit different. Now I'm not like on any kind of special diet right now. I do eat my protein. Like every morning I'll try to have like eggs or, something of protein when I do get hungry, but I fast a lot. Like I go hours and hours without eating, or I'll eat really later in the mornings, just depending on like how I feel. I listen to my body a whole lot more. If my body is not hungry, then I'm not gonna go and eat just because it's there. And like I said, that takes some getting used to. Other than that, like I said, I feel amazing. In the beginning, I was like, okay, my sleeve is broke. I'm not seeing any weight loss. I hit stalls along the way, and I found out that that's normal. I'm actually at a stall right now, but I'm one of those people that weighs myself every day or every other day. So when you do that, you kind of see the fluctuation, and it can be frustrating sometimes. So I wouldn't recommend it, but that's just what I do, because I like to see like, oh, you lost, 8 ounces, or you lost a pound, or you lost 2 pounds, or you lost 1 pound. I like to see that progress. It motivates me. So that's just me. But of course, it's not recommended to weigh yourself every day because weight fluctuates. And also, I've learned too not to pay so much attention to the scale, because like I said, my clothes are fitting differently. I feel differently. I don't know. I feel better and my clothes, and then I can see myself in pictures. Like when I put a side by side up, I'm like, okay, I can see it. I can literally see it. But some people can't. Body dysmorphia is real. It is a thing. So like I said, I don't have the answers on how to like help with that, especially if it's like really, really bad. But those are just some of the things that I do to kind of like show myself actually like really like, okay, girl, it's okay. You are losing the weight. So yeah. Let's see. Other than that, you guys, that's all I really been doing. I've been just trying to just keep losing weight. Trying to just maintain what I'm doing and understand that my life and my new normal is different, and that's okay. But I feel amazing about it now. I don't think about it as much. I mean, sometimes I'll get some food and I'm like, okay, I'm about to go in. I'm ready to eat, and I'm like 1 bite, 2 bite. Okay. Now I feel like crap. I feel like I bought all this food and I can't even enjoy it or eat it. So sometimes that's a little sucky, but I don't regret my decision at all. I wish I would have did it sooner. I would definitely do it again. Hopefully I don't have to do it again, but I would, and I don't regret it. I think it was the best thing for me. And I'm not gonna let nobody make me feel bad about that. Like, people do whatever they see fit to do in their life, and it's my life. And if people don't like it, that's their problem, not mine. I did what I felt like was best for me. And honestly, when I first started this VSG journey, I was doing it, for the vanity of it. Like, oh, I want to be smaller. Oh, I want to fit into these clothes. But the last 6 years of my life, up until this year, literally were probably the worst years of my life. So many things happened. So many relationships in my life changed. And that was hard to deal with, from close family to friends. A lot of stuff changed. And so that was very difficult for me to deal with. And I realized, even looking at pictures during that time, is when I ballooned to like the biggest I had ever been in my life. And I had some health issues. I've always been that one that's like, I can go to the doctor and literally my only health issue was, you're obese, you need to lose weight, which I knew that. But I started to develop other health issues. I had a heart issue, which I think I talked about on my channel. I'm not sure if that video is still available, but I had a heart issue. After that, I had pre-diabetes. I got diagnosed as a diabetic. Then I got high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all the stuff that comes along with being overweight, and also that comes along with stress. So I was stressed to the max. I was depressed. I was like living, what do they call it? High functioning depressed, and did not know it. And that's me, like I said, self-diagnosing, but I was, when I look at how I feel now versus how I felt then going through that stuff, it's like a night and day difference. And I still deal with it. Like, I still deal with some of that to this day, but I realized that a lot of what I was dealing with was a choice that I was making, and I was feeling bad for not that if I would have took myself out of that situation or put myself first, then I would have been wrong. And that's not wrong. We have to put ourselves first over everything, because if we're not right, then how can we be right for our spouses, for our kids, for our parents, for anybody? So I don't apologize for that anymore. But I did sacrifice a lot for a lot of people. What else? So yeah, that's when I was really, like I said, struggling. So when I got on here and shared my story, and people, and somebody, not even people, one person was just like, oh, VSG, and you this, and you should do it that way. It's like, people don't understand, like, everybody has a story, and everybody's issue is not just, oh, I'm just eating horribly, or oh, I'm just doing everything wrong. Sometimes it comes from stress or life things going on in your life, and genetics. Like, my genetic makeup is not, this super skinny 102-pound girl. Like, that's just not my genetics. So when you're fighting against all of that, trying to be healthy, trying to get your weight under control, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. It could be a whole lot. So yeah. With all of that said, a lot of things took the back seat. My YouTube channel, like I said, I've been trying for years to get to that 1,000 threshold and really just start making YouTube something fun and informative and connect with people. But it's hard. You have to be consistent. And when things in your life are just in disarray, it's hard to hone in on, things like YouTube. But like I said, I'm here now. I'm feeling much better. A lot of things in my life have kind of leveled out. I did a whole lot of praying, a whole lot of what they call manifesting, if that's like whatever you want it to be. But I did a whole lot of that to try to get myself out of certain situations and just not care so much what people thought about me, and just started to care about what I thought about me and what I want to change about me, regardless of what anybody has to say. And trust me, a lot of people have had things to say, especially when it came to my character, my weight, this surgery, all of it. And it's like, I don't see how that's affecting you, but okay. But I'm here, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't have any regrets. And if people feel a way about it, that's their problem. So if I could offer anything to anybody who's like struggling with not only weight loss, but like mental health stuff and like, you know, other BS. It's like you have to stop and put yourself first regardless. Like you have to. And that just means like really self-reflecting. And I did a lot of that and didn't even know that that is what I was doing. But at the top of 2022, I wrote out a list of things that I wanted this year to look like, and I worked my behind off to get to all of those things. And I promise you, everything I put on that list except for one thing, which I'm still working on, came to pass. So I know that, you know, writing things down, praying about them, manifesting your goals is real. The universe will give you back what you put into it. And I believe that because I've done it and I've seen it, especially with this year. And the last thing, I feel like it would have happened if I would have worked harder at that, but I am working at it. It just hasn't happened yet, but I do believe that it will happen. And when it does, I'll probably tell you guys my list. I'm trying to learn to not talk about things with anyone until they happen, because sometimes people's thoughts can get into your head and you can second guess yourself, or you know, they can kind of mess up how you're thinking. One of the things for me is like, I don't like to speak things that haven't happened. And I know some people do, like, oh, I don't know, like simple things. It could be the simplest thing, like, oh, this person said they're gonna come. Oh, they're gonna come for sure. They are. And it's like, how do you know that? Like, you don't know. I don't like to speak things that haven't happened yet. I like to let God work those things out. I like to pray about them and hope and pray that they will happen, not automatically just say, yeah, this is gonna happen, because when it doesn't, then you kind of like, did you jinx that? Or I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. That's just how I've been trying to live my life and how I've been trying to do things and what's been going on with me. Like I said, everything is not perfect. Everything is not great, but I feel better as a person. I feel like I look better. My health, oh my God. I do have some appointments coming up to recheck, like 3 months out or however long out. I do have, like I said, some appointments to check like my blood levels and all that stuff, because you have to give it time so they could check over time. But how I feel, how my sugar has been doing, it's night and day difference. So yeah, but like I think I started this whole paragraph or like ramble by saying that I started this for, when I first started, it was more of a vanity, like, oh, I just want to lose the weight so I could look better. But it became more of an issue when I started to see the health issues that I was having. And I knew I wanted to be here, not only for a good time, but for a long time. So I knew I had to make some tough decisions to change that. And as easy as people think it may seem to just like lose weight on your own or eat right, I've tried everything. I have. It's not easy. It's still not easy, but I feel like this tool is helping me, and I'm so grateful for it. And I'm even more grateful that God saw me through it. I'm incredibly humbled by that, because it was something that I wanted to do and I was so afraid of doing. I was like so afraid. But like I said, I put myself first, and I was like, that's it. Like, you're going to change your life right now, and you're going to make yourself happy. So I will leave you guys with that. Like I said, I think that happiness starts within. If we tell ourselves we're happy, we are happy. Happiness is not within anyone else but us. If we want to be happy, we have to first find that within, and then other people can add to that, of course, and you can erase the people that are not. But when it comes to like our own happiness and our self-reflection, we have to find that within ourselves. And hopefully you guys, you know, y'all found something in this video that y'all can latch on to. If any of you guys have any questions about VSG or whatever, I'm open to chatting about it or answering you guys' questions. I didn't want to just start rambling off questions that were just, I did kind of, but I didn't want to just start answering questions that I think you may have. Instead, I would love for you guys to comment and ask or whatever, even if it's something that's constructive. But the one commenter that I got was kind of rude and just really shrewd, and I wasn't in the headspace to like deal with that at that point. But yeah, and I'm still not, because I blocked them and moved on. But you know, I'm just trying to just be in a positive headspace. So if you got something positive to add or you got questions, then please do so. I don't know what my next video will be. Like I said, my channel is kind of just all about me. Like I could do a vlog today and a haul tomorrow, or do my makeup or do my hair or whatever. I don't know. Like, we'll see where it goes. I do want to get back into my YouTube and try to find time to do it. So yeah, that's why I did this video, hopefully reintroducing myself, saying hello to those who will watch. I know the algorithm probably won't be in my favor, but hopefully you guys, you know, can watch this, get something from it, and we can go on a new journey of just like posting and sharing my stories and things like that. I really want to do story time, but I'm not prepared for what comes with that, and not from you guys, but the people that it's about, even though it's my story. But one day I will, because I have a lot of stories to tell, like a lot of them, and a lot of them are like dramatic. Very dramatic. I'm talking about very dramatic, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna just kind of take this slowly. We got the holidays coming up. I may vlog like next weekend. We're going to celebrate my daughter's birthday. We got Christmas coming up. We got the New Year coming up, and I'm just looking forward to all of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, don't forget, subscribe, turn on your notifications, drop some questions. Just, you know, let's interact and we will go from there. I love y'all. I miss YouTube. Hopefully this is my, you know, step towards coming back. And yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here, you guys, and I will chat with y'all in the next one. Until then, toodles. Bye.